Mina genki. Raise your hand if you remember that intro. When people ask me how long I plan on staying in Japan, I usually tell them, ask me again in about 5 years. And we're getting to another one of those 5-year points. Ush, 今どこにいるかと思う？外れ。完全に東京じゃない。神奈川ではない。Today is just some real Japan and some real Japanese to tell you that we are on a new journey. I'm taking you to the far corners to meet new friends. And all new heights! In other words, I'm back. おみくじ。あけましておめでとうございます。Welcome to 2024. Welcome to 令和6. Welcome to the year of the dragon. Today is short and sweet. We are going to kick it off right. 年賀状。年賀状じゃない。おみくじ。Wow, we're already in a mood. おみくじ. I just picked up my fortune for the year. Let's see what it is. 出た。What do you got? Okay, good. General luck. This is perfect. Second tier good luck. If you're all the way at the tippy top daikichi good luck, there's literally only down you can go from there. So I'm good with kichi. That means there is room for improvement, but we still got some good vibes. I like it. I dig it. Number 1, if you didn't catch the hint, I'm about to drop a slew of all new videos, but I don't know what day you guys want to see them. I'm thinking Friday? Sunday? Wednesday? I'm thinking Friday. Let me know in a comment. I just trial launched the channel with a whole new video and it seemed like nobody saw that it happened. So let me know, did Friday work for you? Does it not? Let me know in a comment. So what's next? School, language, work, my personal life. If you are new around here, hi, hello, nice to meet you. 新しく来た皆さん、はじめまして、ルレッタと言います。I'm assuming you may have come through the new Tokyo Creative video over with my friend Emma, maybe. If you are one of the old school people who's been around, you've probably been here a really, really, really long time, or you've been watching my videos since the Japan University series. It's been a while. So I actually went back to my campus for the first time since the whole Schmovid thing happened. Club activities. Pokemon's going strong. Pokemon Battle Club. Ayy.
At 140 Dragon.
Anyway, so I figured when I was here before as a student, I was really afraid of doxing myself, so I never actually ever posted anything on campus. Dude, look at his face. And to put it frankly, things looked a little different this time.
Oh my god.
Did I ever think in that moment that this would be happening? For what's next, logically, a lot of people would wonder about permanent residency. How long am I trying to stay in Japan? Usually if you have these sort of 4 items in check, you're sort of orienting yourself towards being able to apply for permanent residency. Surprisingly enough, the visa that I'm on at the moment, the HSP visa, means that I'm eligible to apply, but PR actually doesn't work at the moment in terms of what I'm actually trying to do. We'll talk about that in a different video. But in general, I am still trying to keep these 4 ducks in order, and I'll tell you more as all these videos keep coming out. You coming in, doggy? You tippy tap? If you hear any tippy-tappy, that's just Lily walking around. For language, the Japanese journey is ever going, and this year it's become extremely medical for many reasons. I was at the Kappabashi Tanabata Festival, and I remember that day was so hot, and there was actually a little girl who passed out, but her family didn't speak any Japanese. I jumped in there before I knew what was happening, and it's like, here, let me help translate. Oh God, can I really do this? The guys from the festival are asking me in all this medical Japanese, did she have a seizure? Is it heat stroke? I mean, hopefully you don't have any sort of medical emergencies in Japan, but I found that if you do have a kid or work with kids or do anything with children, you tend to really quickly take on this really like real Japanese. It's really necessary. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Then of course, on the flip side, my daughter, who's almost 2 now, what? Crazy. She actually has been going to daycare, and part of the whole daycare experience is that you have to keep what's called a rennakucho. It's basically like a contact book where you talk back and forth with the school every day that your kid is there. And suddenly, out of nowhere, for the first time in almost way too long, I am handwriting Japanese again. Wow. So in that case, I am currently on a journey. I notice her teachers kind of read my notes out loud at the beginning of every morning, and sometimes I hear them correcting my Japanese as they're doing so. I'm like, oh, okay, come on. Okay, just because that kanji was a little bit off, like, okay, come on, like, get it. So as usual, if you break your leg and you need something real technical, I'm your girl. But if you need me to tell you what you ate for breakfast this morning and also handwrite it, forget about it. The journey is ongoing. These videos that are coming out, this slew of new videos, they are all going to include subtitles. もうこれからその字幕つける作業とかがどんどん増えてくるので、できるだけこの動画を短くしろとしてるんだけど、まだ話してる。やばい。There are now new openings in the Subtitles Club over in my Discord. I do have a Discord, and we are very nerdy over there. We like to talk about language, the JLPT, Japan, etc., just general life stuff. Usually to get into the Discord, you need to be part of my Patreon community, but secret fun fact, if you are one of the bilingual subtitlers who does the subtitles on my videos, that's actually a kind of like secret backwood again, and so we are always looking for new translators, so if that is something you would like to do, feel free to hit me up. Feel free to hit me up on probably Instagram DMs is the quickest way to reach me for that. I'm also going to start dropping the lessons that go along with the Japanese parts of my videos. So for example, the last video that I did over in Kamaoka with the seamstress, the woodsman, and the farmer, there are 3 Japanese segments that it's just so ooey gooey. Expect new lessons dropping like pretty soon. Work. Okay, so this is a big one and it does need a separate video, but to wrap it up really quickly, I just finished 5 years of work in Japan, some good and some very toxic situations. There is a whole video we gotta do about that. Basically, last year, everything kind of imploded. Since then, I have done a full makeover, and what that means is that for this channel, I am, like we've been saying, I'm much more able to update more often. I'm able to make more videos. I'm able to work more freely. So yeah, more videos. In the past, you guys know that I was on my current visa, the HSP visa, and just a normal work visa before then. I did that with multiple contracts with multiple companies. My immigration lawyer and I made a video about how we actually did that logistically and made that possible. An update to that since that video is that Japan changed. Something happened around Halloween of last year called invoice seido, and it's like this new scary spooky thing that's just taken over. If you are a business owner, if you do any sort of independent work, or if you write invoices or do contracts with other companies, things in Japan have changed and that you have to have registered this invoice seido to basically appropriately track the sales tax. This is another whole video that has to happen, but basically what this means is that a lot of companies have become a little bit more hesitant working with the little guys. So if you are looking into doing basically like freelance work, independent work, starting your own business, doing any of these things, the cost of doing which has changed because of this invoice seido. Logistically, tax-wise, visa-wise, you can still create contracts with companies, do work with companies, you can still start businesses, etc. But the feel between the relationships between little guys and big guys has changed. So moving forward, the takeaway is watch out for invoice seido. You may actually have a little bit of trouble working with Japanese companies, bigger companies especially, moving in the future. So for those of you getting ready to come over, work, go to school, graduate, make your own money, make your own business, etc., just look out for that. New video coming soon. speaking of small businesses and working independently, pro tip, if you are trying to get PR in Japan, permanent residency, one sort of hiccup that a lot of people don't really recognize, a part of the application process is that they're looking for your resident tax bill receipts. If you are seishain, this is paid for by your company. But if this is something you pay for by yourself, I'm talking about the resident tax that you pay to juminzei, your actual resident tax. They want the actual convenience store slips for the last 5 years. And if any of those are late, if any of those are off, if any of those are missing, so just be aware of that. And personal, the last update is what am I gonna do? If you're thinking I want permanent residency, one of the things that they also kind of don't mention, but it's really good to have, is really deep cultural ties to Japan. I've noticed that the longer I've been in Japan, especially now that I have little ones, I don't have a lot of time to do really deep Japanese stuff. Now that things are starting over again, I need to dig back in. I need a new hobby and a new reason to be really like with Japan. And I'm thinking, do you guys have any ideas? I always liked like washi paper and I always liked like calligraphy. Usually these sort of hobbies that go on, for example, a PR application or something like that, usually it's better if you have like a newspaper clipping or something cool that's going on. Before I mention it, YouTube is not necessarily like the best looking thing in Japan. It's kind of like a weird gray area. So I'm thinking of like real true blue hobbies I can do in Japan. And I'm like, okay, what am I interested in? Kyudo? Like archery? When I went back to campus, I saw the old archery rounds that I was obsessed with. I remember sitting there at the International Building, and right behind the International Building, they always had like the archery rounds. And I was like, that would be amazing. But then I think about the size of the bow and arrow and everything, and maybe that would just break my back. Another part of me is like marching band. I haven't played my piccolo and flute for like 5 years. I love marching bands. I used to be the woodwind captain. Music like was and recently is not my life. Is marching band too Western? Is that not Japanese enough? What should I do? I don't know. Let me know if you have any ideas in a comment below. Okay, so that's it. I don't want this video to be any longer. I gotta subtitle the rest of the other videos, so this one is coming to a close. So again, let me know in a comment below, when do you want these new videos to drop? Friday? Sunday? Wednesday? Monday? And also let me know what you want to see next. Language? Life hacks? Talking to the locals? This video's over. So, では今日もご視聴ありがとうございました。I'll see you guys next time in a comment. On a Friday? I don't know. Let me know. Bye!